everyone, my name is Jaden, and welcome back to Gotham City. Today we're going to be taking a look at the second entry in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, The Dark Knight. Now, like I said, I'm not the biggest Batman fan, and I am honestly not the biggest fan of this trilogy either. I'm a Spider-Man guy. But just because you don't like one of something doesn't mean you don't like another. I mean, I like this movie, it's good. I'm not the biggest fan of it though. I'm not saying it's perfect. It is a tad bit overrated, yes, I'll say that. But I do understand why some people would say it's perfect. I've never really read any of the Batman comics, I've read like a couple. And probably this grasps onto the character, well, I don't know. It's just, it didn't really exemplify Batman to me. Like, it's supposed to be a grounded take on the Bruce Wayne character in Gotham and stuff. But they still have that, like, these type of bikes that turn and stuff, and it's making it, like, it kind of adds this element of fantasy, though it's supposed to take place, like, it's supposed to be grounded and stuff. So I don't know which way they're trying to go, which way it leans into more, because it's kind of like a very fantastical action film, but with super dark undertones. And some really good villains. Let me talk about something. As much as I love Spider-Man, there are only really three notable villains. The Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and then Jamie Foxx as Electro in No Way Home. As much as I might think this movie is just fine, this film has probably some of the best villain. No, not some of the best. It has the best villain of all time. It has the best antagonist. It has the best performance for an antagonist. Heath Ledger as the Joker. Now, I don't think I've ever talked about the Joker film, but I'm kind of a sucker for it. I do like the cinematography, the performances. He did win the Oscar. I mean, he did deserve the Oscar. I like those type of movies. It was very heavily, like, it felt very driven, except for the last, like, minute or 2 minutes. But, like, most of it, it just felt really well done, and it very emotionally driven. Heath Ledger in this film is amazing. He was the best part, which is also an issue, because whenever Heath Ledger wasn't on screen, I did not care about anything that was happening. Like, I kind of lost interest, because the thing that Heath Ledger does, he's so intimidating and just so psychotic, and he eventually does, like, get really high up there, where though you know he's gonna lose, you still have this feeling of, oh my god, something might, like, he still gets some stuff done. Like, the Joker does not fail in this film. Batman, this is what I'm going to say. I think I said it in my Batman Begins review. Christian Bale is a wonderful Bruce Wayne. He is such a good pick. He is not a good Batman. I do not like his voice. The suit is weird, it's stiff, and it shows too much. Like, for some reason, it's going to sound really weird, but he's not pale enough for some reason. Like, I guess after seeing Robert Pattinson, the trailer, because as I'm filming this, it's not even March yet. I think this video is coming out the same day it's filmed. I'm not exactly sure. But the way that it looks, it's so, like, gothic. And just, it doesn't feel like Batman. Like, Lego Batman feels more like Batman than Christian Bale as Batman. That's not a jab at Christian Bale. He's a great actor. He was great in American Psycho. He was great here. He's just, I don't see him as Batman. It doesn't feel like the grounded aspects, I don't feel like that applies here, because there are some pretty ridiculous parts. Like, especially in the first one, with the Scarecrow, all of Scarecrow's character is not grounded, and I guess it's trying to take everything from Batman and put it into the real world, but still having the aspects. I'm not sure. Let me talk about the movie itself, because it is very prolonged. I don't feel like it should be 2.5 hours. Like, it's not that it's bad. Every scene kind of has a purpose, but it's edited weirdly, and like way too quickly for like it intercuts scenes that don't really need to be there. And then it also just, for some reason, the film, though it's like at a neck-breaking pace, it feels really slow, except for Heath Ledger. I don't know what he did, but he's so hypnotic, he just draws you in. And, I don't know, he has the coolest card. Everything about Heath Ledger's character is just amazing. Like, I think it's just because I'm not a Batman person. I do think this film is great, but I am giving it a hard time because of how much hype was built up around it. I don't think it's a perfect 10 out of 10. I don't think I have my golden tickets. Speaking of which, let me get something real quickly. New room, new set. This is where I'm going to be filming stuff now. There's supposed to be posters coming up here soon, and I think I'm going to change the angle. Yeah, so if you told me that Batman Begins was going to be the last video I was ever filmed in there, I would have not believed you. Unbeknownst to me, I was moving rooms the next day. Yeah. The Dark Knight is not a perfect film. I do think it has its flaws. I can't find myself to be interested in the story of Bruce Wayne or anything without the Joker. And I know this last one is almost 3 hours long, which I'm not excited for. But I'm really hoping it gets saved, because this movie was a massive disappointment. I feel like it's because I did not see it in the theater that I couldn't, like, there wasn't people surrounding it that I couldn't, like, go inside of it and just feel like I'm there. I don't know, maybe that's why, but I didn't really care for it. I do think it's a great film, but yeah. If you're on my rating system, a golden ticket is an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10, and a trophy is 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be giving The Dark Knight an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. No, really disappointing. I've tried to watch the opening like 3 different times. Could not get into it. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's because, like, I used to be really big into Batman, but I never got into these movies. And it is a step up from Batman Begins, but not as, like, Batman Begins I did not think was a good movie. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time for, I think, The Dark Knight Rises review, unless I have something else planned. I think I'm going to be having The Batman coming out this weekend. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay gold, everyone.